Morning, morning, morning. All right. So today's leadership reading is actually really good, and I feel like it should be common sense. However, we all fail at it. I know I do. I've seen my brothers fail at it. It's one of those things that's really hard. For whatever reason, it's really hard to do, but it makes a whole lot of sense. And so today's lesson is all about lifting up, inspiring, and encouraging your guys. So what they were talking about is finding good qualities in those that are following you, those that you're in charge of, all that kind of stuff. And so I just think about like at work. At work, I'm always having to problem solve issues that come up. And so I have a tendency to look at my staff in that light of, well, they're not good at this, I'm going to have to do more work on this part, or finding places for improvement instead of starting off with the spirit of, what is this person good at? What are some good qualities about this person? What are some ways that I can encourage them? What are some things that I can point out about them, publicly even, to make them feel better about what they are doing and who they are, which will then encourage them to improve in the areas that they aren't as strong in. And so today's was all about, Maxwell talks about, he imagines his employees with a 10 on their forehead. So he tries to go into meetings and discussions with the thought that every single employee is a 10. They're the best employee he has. And so by doing that, he's able to focus on the things that are successful and encourage and inspire the employees to do better in the areas that they're not doing better in. So to me, it is definitely a common sense thing. I know it's something that I often do. It's something I know I've seen others do it. But just think about that as you're going through not just your walk here in Disciple, but your walk in your workplace. A lot of you guys are bosses in your workplace. You're in charge of other people. And just think about it in that sense too. Like, are you looking at your employees or coworkers as if they are the best coworker or the best employee you got? And if you're not, what can you do to change that perspective? Because as a leader, if you change your perspective, it will encourage them to change their perspective, and it'll inspire them to work harder for you. So that's what I got today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm getting excited about Friday. I do have an appointment. If I could get some prayers. So I got two big appointments this week. The first one is Thursday at 4:30. I am meeting with my church and looking at getting some advice and stuff on how to set myself up as a missionary. So I'm meeting with my executive pastor about just how do I establish myself and go around and do fundraising and stuff for my own personal mission work in the club. And then Friday I got a meeting. I got this bump on the back of on the side of my neck here that has been growing, and Amy wants me to go get it checked out. So I got an appointment on Friday to have that thing looked at and see what the dealio is. So if you could be praying for those two things for me, I'd appreciate it. Love y'all.